Oh, shit.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New man loses the fight. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. Happy Tuesday to you, baby. Oh, and we are on the round table. And you see who I'm with. I'm with a multitude of lovely people. And starting right next to me, this guy, Georgia. His state has been enjoying championships, and they got a quarterback maybe is going to a Super Bowl.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Anthony Handy. What's up, Anthony?
What's good, man? What's good? How you feeling, bro?
Always good. Always good. Another day on this earth.
It's always good to be here.
Always.
I was gonna stop and get a fish sandwich on the way home, and I said no, I gotta get here so that I can get on the show because I'm supposed to be on the show. But I put the fish sandwich in the air fryer on the low cooker so it don't. Because I read Shannon Sharp cookbook. It say it cook real good on low on the air fryer, and I'm finished.
There you go. Hey, and right next to him, the host of Diversity with Delilah, Delilah Crespo.
Hey.
What up, Delilah?
What up?
Yeah, from Chicago. How's Chicago? Is it frigid? Is it below
Not
zero
yet.
right now?
We're going into one of those days where we get all four seasons at the same time because it was in the 40s, then it started raining, and then we're supposed to get that snowstorm that's supposed to hit all of the Midwest. So we're getting all of it.
Crazy. Hey, crazy. We're cold. That's it. We're cold. And right under them, my guy, Northern Virginia's own Herndon's finest, Mr. Bobby Chef Roberto. What up, Bobby?
What up? Should I do the shake now?
Do your thing, man.
Do your shake.
Do your thing. Waddle. Do what you gotta do, partner.
Waddle.
Yo, appreciate you joining us. Hey, and you see the cameras out because the man is at work. He's Mr. Late Night himself. He doesn't wake up until about 11, and then he goes on all night long. My guy, the host of Big Nate Sport Talk Sport Podcast, Nathan Snell. What up, Nathan? I'm tongue-tied.
What's up? What's going on, people? Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody.
Yo, it's so
All
funny
right.
watching you talk because all I see
Taco
is your
Tuesday.
picture and it's just boop, boop, boop. It just vibrates.
There it is, coming with the good stuff. Hey, and ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, it is February 1st. Happy Black History Month to you. And
Lunar New Year.
And Lunar New Year. There we go. Where's Ash? I know she's got all that good info on that. But, happy Black History Month. Absolutely. Wanted to say something yesterday on the show. Yesterday was January 31st, 2022. 30 some odd years ago. Let's go down that road. January 31st, 1988, Mr. Doug Williams became the first black quarterback starter Super Bowl, the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl and MVP.
Sean, I found his card in the NFL Pro set.
Let's go. Let's get it. I absolutely love it. Matter of fact, nope, I don't know what's in there. Yeah, got the jersey. That's my baby. That's my but he he for me was what like Obama winning the election was for a lot of people. When I was young, my mom was huge in football, and she kept me up late watching that night. Bronco Busters, us taking out Elway. I still have the actual game footage. I have it on a VHS, no less. So we recorded the whole game.
I got it on beta.
There you go.
Kids out there in the stratosphere, Betamax and VHS were these contraptions we used to watch films on.
How many times did you ever go to Blockbuster with your mom and walk through the store and say, I want this movie, and it was on beta, but you only had VHS at home?
Look,
no, it never happened to me.
We're talking to a community that doesn't go to the store for movies. All right, they don't go to the store; they order it online. But look, we have got to move on. I got to shout out my guy, a friend of mine. It is his birthday today, but he passed away. He was a Marine vet, a couple tours overseas, came back, kind of passed away suddenly. He was with his family, so they had the funeral a couple months back. It was his birthday day. I played ball with this guy, cool guy, man. I mean, just always cool, chill, nice to talk to and whatnot. And it was one of those things where we had kind of fallen out, like lost touch we just, life, kind of separates people and whatever. And found out he passed like through a couple friends of mine. And I was like, really? I had a friend that lives in Israel that like hit me up like on TikTok, like there was a message like, yo, did you know that so-and-so? I was like, no, what? And it's still kind of a shock. It's still kind of surreal. So, RIP, man. But at the same time, happy birthday, man. Wish you were here with us, Andre, man. It's Andre. I don't know. I put Andrew. I don't even want to.
Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah. So there we go. But to change the mood a little bit, we had some amazing games this weekend. Oh my goodness, I feel like this playoffs has been actually like exceptional.
We had amazing games every week,
right? Yeah, right. And hey, look, and they did not disappoint this weekend. And we have to start with what's our friend Katie called this man, Joey B.
Smoky Smooth.
Mr. Smoky Smooth.
Joe.
Come on now. He led the Bengals to a 27-24 overtime victory. Oh, my goodness. Anthony, talk to me. You watched the game. What do you think, man?
First of all, I think he just missed a major endorsement deal by not hooking up with Birdman with that new nickname. Joe, what happened to that boy?
They might call him up now. That nickname had to be given by the culture, and Mixon gave him that name. So now they'll call him up.
Oh, okay. I got you. But as soon as you said it, I heard it.
That's how it was explained to me. Is
the
y'all
culture got to give it to you first.
Yeah, y'all got to give him a nickname, and then it's like, all right, cool.
Okay, I got you.
That's explained. I don't know. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but to bring the thing back to answer your question, Sean, man, sure. I said last week when I watched the game the week before when my man got sacked 9 times and got up 10 and came back.
Wipe it off and just
he kept coming like the T-1000 back in 1991. I was like, yo. This dude is legit. This dude is for real. Y'all better watch out for this dude. And once again, no quit in this dude. No quit. He's got Patrick Mahomes. He's got Tyreek Hill. He's got Mecole Hardman. He's got all these dudes on the other side coming. Like you got all that stud talent on the Chiefs. And Joe Burrow just looked at him like Doc Holliday. Like, thank you. You may go now.
That's
Black
Holiday.
He balled out.
Holiday, really?
I love that. That's a good comparison. Yeah. He was cocky, and look,
right. And so that all,
but in a good way.
Right, and that O line. I mean, speak on it, Delilah. You talked about that O line, like they might be messed up, but they're still doing good.
So what I noticed is, so right, I don't know. like, so they held up a little better, obviously, in the first game, but also they obviously and so what he did is I'm getting a feedback. So he basically is playing to their, he knows what their weakness is. And so basically I don't know, I feel like their game plan was like, okay, our O-line ain't that great. So then if we give him, he was doing what Patrick Mahomes does, right? He was getting out of the pocket and he was getting passes completed.
Right.
So my man was over there going, okay, I see what Mahomes is doing. And now other quarterbacks that are elite, to avoid the sack, if they can get a pass completion out of it, right? I'm gonna pass it or throw it away, which is what he was doing, right?
Yeah.
So like every time he comes to another game, he learns. You know what I'm saying? Like he just elevates and it's like, all right, my O-line isn't great, so I'm gonna find a way to win. And that's what he did, right? Like, he was cool, calm, collected. They know that they have that stud kicker that they drafted that people laughed about, right? They're like, oh, they drafted a kicker. Who's laughing now? Like, he literally has twice has gotten them to win. Like, literally, he twice has he got them to the Super Bowl. He was key to that win. Because they knew he could make it. He made a 52-yard kick. I think if he stays in this league long enough, he's gonna compete with Justin Tucker.
If he could, 4 for 4 in both games. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
I think he could compete with him if he continues. Right? I don't know if he could hit 62 yards or whatever, but he's in the right direction.
Yeah. He's definitely showing up, and he's showing up at the right time. At the right time, absolutely. But look, there was more than just that. There was another game on the docket, Bobby. The Rams, who were down 17-7 coming into the fourth quarter, pulled out the W and beat the 49ers. What do you think of this one, man?
I forget his first name, but Tart.
Oh, yeah, Jamiroquai or whatever.
Or how much I bitched about that and him catching the ball.
Yeah.
Catch the ball, you're going to the Super Bowl.
Simple as that.
But no, the 49ers blew it. They completely blew it. Jimmy Garoppolo couldn't do anything towards the end. The Rams defense turned up.
They showed up.
And they just cut them off. And the last play of the game, what was he trying to do besides be Patrick Mahomes and just flip it out there?
They should have just gone down. Wasn't even necessary.
Yeah. But, yeah, other than that, that's all I got. But I wanted to talk about the Bengals. The Bengals, and now I just completely forgot my thought. Never mind. Go ahead.
There you go. Big Nate, what you think, man?
My agenda is completely ruined. I was wrong.
What was your agenda? Can you please let us know what your agenda was?
No, I'm not repeating it again. Matthew Stafford is going to the Super Bowl. I'm happy for him. I've been on the record. I don't hate the guy. I think Matthew Stafford's a great quarterback. I just feel like that team just has a bunch. That team just has a bunch of diva personalities, I should say. And Jimmy Garoppolo let me down. I thought he could kill the noise of all his critics, and he kind of proved them. He proved them. Everyone was right. You can't trust Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm not comfortable with them moving on from him. I'm not sold on Trey Lance. I just don't think you can give a guy the reins that young with what, one game under his belt.
Well, who do you give it to then?
Well, I think that's an interesting question because do you give up on Jimmy G? I mean, in the last 2 years, he's got you one Super Bowl and he's got you within a quarter of the Super Bowl. Do you give up on him like Delilah, Anthony?
I wouldn't. So I know that a lot of people are like, oh, and I'm like, I'm not. So, and this wasn't even like, so Sydney made a good point because I like crediting the right people. He's like, he literally got them to the Super Bowl before. He's gotten them into the playoffs the last few seasons, right? And you don't really hear this about other quarterbacks who also miss the big ship, also end up not making all the way or lose the Super Bowl, right? And so if we're not questioning the quarterbacks who also come short, right? They come up short. Either they miss the whole boat completely, or they lose the big ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not questioning why they're still the quarterback of their team. So I mean, I'm not saying he's like the greatest of all time, but I think he's serviceable. Like, I think he's a serviceable quarterback. I think he's proven that he could take your team to the playoffs and to the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, right? Absolutely.
So, like, he literally has proven he can carry your team to the Super Bowl, and he has proven that he could take you to the playoffs multiple times, right? Yeah. And get you closer, you know? And so I just feel like I don't know why he's getting as much hate as he does. And I don't know if it's more just a lot of people like to fall in a certain trap of, I'm going to hate the same thing everybody else hates. Like, or like, I'm just going to not like you because nobody else likes you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if he went to a team that, like, because he basically gave a concession speech. You saw that, right? He's like, I love y'all, San Francisco, because he knows his time is short, because San Francisco did draft the quarterback, right, behind him.
Yeah.
Like, they drafted a quarterback behind him, right? So obviously in San Francisco's mind, they're going to build around this kid, right? They did. They drafted him. That's basically like their next man up, right? And so I think any team that is looking for a quarterback to take them to the playoffs will be great at having Jimmy G on their team. Honestly, like he will, especially if you have the pieces he needs, right? If you have a Kittle, right? And you know what I'm saying? Like if you have, you know, a Debo, you know, so if you have the offensive pieces and the only thing you're missing is a serviceable quarterback that can actually help you pass that hump and win,
is your guy.
He's your dude. Like I don't see any team that will not pick this guy up. Honestly, I don't see him not having a gig. Basically,
hey, like, one person's trash is another person's treasure.
Right.
Absolutely,
so, absolutely. And Anthony, this is the next tier of guys. You know, we know all the great guys are retiring, but you got this guy, Jimmy G, that can get the job done. But I mean, you got your boy out of the University of Georgia, the Bulldog, Mr. Matthew Stafford. I mean, you know, I like what we got going on. So talk about Matthew and how you feeling about that. And
the first time I heard about Matthew Stafford, he was this chubby kid coming out of Texas who had an arm like a cannon. I was like, well, I never really been one to play into what people say they can do until I see him on the field. And, you know, we've talked about, I got a chance to see this kid play, like live in living color, standing on the sidelines behind the bench, watching this kid play. He's another one of those. He kind of, to me, Joe Burrow before Joe before. So Bird Gang. Anyway, he no quit in him. This was a Georgia Tech game. Megatron was doing his thing out there. Georgia was down by 5 points. He just drove him right on down the field, scored the winning touchdown. Boom, done. And I watched him throughout his career in Detroit. The kid's a baller. I mean, he makes a mistake. He makes a mistake. He doesn't fall apart. He keeps pushing. You know, he just keeps right on pushing. And you know, he almost threw a pick the other day. Tart dropped what would have been the interception that cost the game. He didn't hang his head. He didn't go out there gun shy. He went right back out there. Drove him right on down the field. And that has been the thing that has always impressed me about him. I mean, yeah, you know, is that the kid doesn't have any quit in him at all. Yeah. I mean, he's not as, I don't want to use the word flashy as Joe Burrow. And he's not as mobile as Joe Burrow, but the kid will get out there.
He could run though. He proved he could run. You know, he got like 12 yards, right? Like got a first down and everything. So maybe he doesn't move as much, but he moves when he needs to.
What was the over under on Stafford rushing yards? I think 8.
Was it really 8?
I think 8.
Oh,
Dude, he got like 12 yards or something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, there you
You
go.
want some money?
If you bet the over, you want some money.
I'm
Hey,
saying.
somebody
I mean,
wants some
so-
money.
I'm telling
So
you.
us Georgia fans, we have a saying about players that excel on the field when they're at school and then excel when they get in the league. Damn good dog, and that boy is a damn good dog. And
Yes,
you
sir.
know, the only thing
Yeah.
I could do to wrap this thing up in a bow about Matt Stafford. You know, y'all seen that commercial where Matt Damon says his 4 words been spoken throughout history. Fortune favors the brave. Well, I got 4 words for you. I'm gonna drop on you right now. How
that Matt
about
Damon?
them dogs?
There you go. There you go.
Was that Matt Damon that said that?
Yes, in the commercial. Where he talks
Okay.
about
Not
history and
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure.
It's not his quote for you.
Yeah, it's not his, but he recited it in the commercial. Yeah. Yo, so now we know the Bengals are going to be playing the Rams. The Rams, it's a home game because the Super Bowl is at SoFi, which is their stadium. But
Like,
well, not really a
not a home
home game. Not really a home game. It's technically a home game, but
55
nah.
Super Bowls, never was the home team in it. Now it's 2 years in a row.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, 55 and 56. They're both in it. And
Yeah.
Bobby, I'm going to come to you first. Super Bowl 56, Bengals, Rams. You know, hey, we know about the game. We're going to break that down next week. We're going to talk about the ins and outs, the offense, defense, special teams, the whole nine. But what kind of things are you excited for around the Super Bowl?
Around the Super Bowl, shoot,
Yeah.
I've been in Miami for Super Bowl week, and
Ooh.
I know how that goes. There's so many. Like, are we talking about the actual game or just before it?
Just the whole ambiance, the whole Super Bowl week down there.
Bro, everything before the game, people are going to have so much fun. It's going to be Celebrity City. It's going to be this, that, the other. Like, people will forget the game is even happening. Like,
Wow.
that's basically what it's going to be.
That's how
You
nice
know.
it is out there.
And other than that, I mean, I don't know, but
I mean, it is in LA, right? That's basically where all the stars
it is
live.
LA, and you know, like I said, Miami before. Oh my God, I can't even speak right now. That's how much fun it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's put it that way.
I understand. I can dig it. I
You
can
said-
dig it.
Look,
Delilah, I know what you're excited for.
I'm waiting for the halftime show, man. I'm ready. Like, listen, no hate on the Bengals and the Rams, but like that was made and curated for like us.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That was like, we're like, because no hate on the weekend, but they were like, nah, man, you can't just be one
No.
person. They're in a Super
No.
Bowl show.
No.
No, but I don't know what he was thinking. It's just gonna be me the whole time. I'm sorry. I was like, because I do like his music, but come on, man. Like, you're supposed to,
his
like,
music is
literally.
good, but yeah,
No offense.
It was
the
20
only,
minutes of him walking through a maze.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that at the county fair. Show me something else.
The only man that pulled that off was Prince, because that's Prince, y'all. Okay, that's the only time one man just do the whole show by
Prince
himself.
or Michael Jackson.
Like,
Right.
you know, and Prince made it happen, you know, on the day our team lost.
So
But
did
you know,
Michael
that halftime show was good.
There we go.
Yo,
But anyway.
but wait a minute. Hold on. Prince playing Purple Rain.
Yeah,
And
in
then
the rain.
it started to rain.
We were so afraid he was gonna get electrocuted because I was like, dude, you're out the all that equipment. Like, but anyway, you know, he's a professional, or he was, God rest his soul. But you know, so this gonna be good. We got Eminem, we got Snoop Dogg, we got
just said Eminem.
Katie.
We got Snoop Dogg.
It says
We got
system
Snoop.
user to me.
Yeah, I know. We got Snoop Dogg, we got Dr. Dre, got Mary J. Blige. Oh, hello. That
Mhm.
I had 411 on cassette tape. So again,
Oh yeah.
kids,
Oh yeah.
cassettes were these like rectangular We used to put in a cassette player and listen to
Look,
music.
out of the four of us, Anthony is the oldest.
But anyway,
you and Delilah.
so cassette tapes
kinda-
predate CDs, and CDs are going away.
Yeah.
Right.
But
That was the 411 That was my
that
joint.
was good, man.
That was a joint.
Bump that joint
Yeah,
when
no,
I was in the basic training.
The halftime
It's gonna be lit,
amazing.
guys.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna
not
be
just
dope.
the food and booze, because obviously it's always gonna be.
If they put Mob Deep
but
at
Anthony,
the halftime show, my
Go ahead,
head
Anthony.
would explode.
yo, Anthony. So, speaking of the food and the booze, what type of stuff do you particularly eat at the halftime show?
At the halftime show? Oh, you mean my house?
I mean, at the game. I mean, my head was stuck on halftime. No, yeah.
Like the game is like if I'm at the game, what would I eat? Or if I'm at home, what do I eat at halftime?
Come on, man. You know what I'm trying to say. At your house.
What do you enjoy during Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like,
I just wanted to make sure, like, who gave you this information that I was balling like that I could afford a $50,000 ticket to sit in those seats? What do I like to eat? I love wings. I love big thing I used to do. It's gonna sound stupid, but 7-layer dip with tortilla chips.
Where's that stupid? That sounds good.
Some people say that's a dumb Super Bowl snack. I'm like, yo, you don't know, bro. Just get somebody.
You on the run, like you just want a chip.
Pop, 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 pop. Ribs, like I used to like the little who was it that had the little baby wings? Was it not Chick-fil-A, not the one with the Colonel, KFC, but it had the little baby wings. So you could get the yeah. Like when they had the hot Nashville wings, I used to get some of those. I don't know. I think this year I'm probably just gonna cheat. I'm gonna hit up Hooters and get a thing of some wings and have the wife make some dip or something like that. Cause my wife makes a killer dip. So yeah, and then of course I'm gonna have lots of this around since I don't drink. So
I'm coming to your house.
What for wings and 7-layer dip and Coca-Cola?
You better bet your ass.
Oh, wait a minute. I just thought about something. Hold on. I forgot. I'm in Oklahoma City. There's a spot about 2 miles down the road from my place called Torchy's Tacos. Oh my God. They got like 60 different types of tacos. We might hit Torchy's up.
I didn't know Oklahoma was known for tacos. I know Texas is.
Nah, they're not known for tacos, but this place right here.
I got you.
That place right there. That place right down the way. Place right there.
When I think tacos, I'm like Oklahoma. It's not the first thing, but I believe you if you say they're good though.
Hey, you see, I made a video the other day about Korean food, and everybody said the same thing in Oklahoma.
Well, yes. I'm not Mexican, but there's a lot of good Mexican restaurants in Chicago.
You're Puerto Rican, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't matter. Like I'm around so many good Mexican restaurants, so I'm one of those like taco snobs.
Shout out to Andrew from Bear said there's a place in Canada that has over 100 types of tacos and wings.
Damn. Okay, Bobby.
Ooh, that's a lot.
You're not coming to my house. We're going to Andrew, and he's going to take us to the taco place on
100 different types of tacos.
There you go.
We're going to Canada.
Shout out to Andrew, man. North Sports Dynasty doing big things, man. Keep moving, keep doing your thing. We love watching your show. I feel you on your pain. Your boy, Mr. Tom Brady, left. The Buccaneers might be struggling next year. Hey, we're here for you, man.
We're in Canada.
Yeah. I just drink a lot of beer. That's basically, beer and just the typical Super Bowl food, right? Wings, ribs,
That's what I'm doing right now.
But we'll have rice though, because I am Puerto Rican. We have rice, arroz con gandules with everything.
There you go. Hey, I like that. See, that's what I want to know. I want to know what exactly particularly y'all
we pair rice with everything.
Of course. I like that. Yo, so hey, that's what we do, man. Around our place, chicken wings, shrimp.
Seafood. That's right.
Buffalo dip, that type of thing.
For sure.
Keep it simple. Munching. We're always jumping up and down in the game, watching the game.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the chips are for, because you're like, hey. You know,
Just a quick little snip
Can't
snap.
really
Yeah,
do
you
that
ain't
with-
carry around no pizza or no sandwiches or none of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
this
just
year we
went
will
from
be
liking this
this year.
conversation to disliking it because I'm so hungry right now.
Oh,
Well, man,
I
that
can't
happens.
believe Nathan still believes wings are overrated. Y'all, no, sir.
You still saying that? I thought he was playing yesterday.
No,
but,
sir.
hey, there it is. There it is.
Nathan, Nathan Snell, if you don't stop it right now, you know them wings is delicious. You
They
know
are great.
every order of hot
are
L's that is
great.
served at Club Shay Shay come with a side of 8-piece wings.
There you go. There you go. Yo.
I think I broke Delilah.
Yeah, what happened?
No, I
She
just
muted
muted
herself.
myself. I muted myself because I was like laughing too hard, and that like when I
Triggered
laugh,
the-
my bird
okay.
laughs. Because when I laugh, she laughs, and it triggers her laughter, and it was just a lot of
So
commotion.
when I laugh, you laugh,
She
we
does.
laugh together.
That's what happens when
Yo,
you have a parrot. They mimic you, man.
I can dig it. Hey, well, look, they're going to keep going because we are about to move on to the longest running segment on Let's Talk Football, the Roundtable, Diversity with Delilah. There you go. Willie Lanier. Go ahead,
All
Delilah.
right. So I wanted to give credit to Nathan because he, I do try to always not just feature diversity, but like different positions in football, right? And so, Nate was like, "Hey, have you done a feature on Willie Lanier?" See, it's always tricky because the French would say Lanier, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Willie Lanier, and so I'm gonna feature him because he is the first black man to play the position of linebacker. All right, and so thank you, Nate, for suggesting him because it's a good one. There's not too much in his background because again, this is like because he was born around the 1940s and stuff. Even though he played in the 60s. There's not a lot in his background other than he is from Richmond, Virginia. So he's from Richmond, Virginia, born in Clover, and attended Maggie L. Walker High School. So that's basically that's pretty much all I could find on his background. I couldn't find too much on his family or anything like that, and I looked everywhere. I'm sure I'm gonna have to like deep dive further at another time, but I really couldn't find too much. So anyway, so again, just not too much in his background, but he did go to Morgan State. That is the college that he went to. So basically what they're saying is when he went to Morgan, he became an immediate impact player for the Brayers. He was named Small College All-American his junior and senior years. And so where he was twice selected Small College Football All-America team. He was also chosen MVP of the Tangerine Bowl. He is also a member of the Pigskin Club of Washington, D.C., the National Intercollegiate All-American Football Players Honor Roll. And so basically he was a big dude. He was 6'1", 245 pounds. And so a second round draft pick by the Kansas City Chiefs in 1967. So again, big dude. In college, like I said, I was looking at his stats, and pretty much what they were saying is that he was an impact player right away, in that he earned these accolades, but I couldn't find any like specific stuff. But the fact that he did get, Small College Football All-America twice and became MVP of the Tangerine Bowl tells me that it was a successful, college career. He presented an awesome image to any quarterback who lined up against him. He became known and respected for his ability to track down enemy ball carriers and basically like devastate them with his tackles. He was called Contact, so his nickname was Contact because his hits were so powerful. He basically laid you out. But they're also saying he was also a very smart player, so it wasn't just all brawn. He was actually very smart at his role. He was all pro, all AFL, or all AFC every year from 1968 through 1975. He was elected to the last 2 AFL All-Star games following the 1968 and 1969 seasons, and the first 6 AFC NFC Pro Bowl games after the merger. There's before the merger and after the merger, right? Because, like, if you guys follow football history, we know there was, 2, and then they merged, right? And so basically, even after that, he made a bunch of Pro Bowls. He was a defensive MVP in the 1971 Pro Bowl. For a defensive player, he also did well kind of statistically. So basically, he intercepted at least 2 passes every year and wind up with 27 steps, which were returned for 440 yards and 2 touchdowns. He also recovered 18 fumbles. His his specific position was middle linebacker. Again, for Kansas City, he spent 11 seasons with them, 1967 through 1977. Again, he is the first African-American to start at that demanding position. He wasn't only just a true pioneer, but also the key man on one of the National Football League's strongest defensive teams, because at the time, Kansas City Chiefs were dominating. They did go to the Super Bowl 4, where they won, and he was part of that team. He was quoted as saying, because he did thankfully he is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So he said, "Those who evaluated me never thought I was as good as I thought I was. You see, I came into the pro football with a heck of a purpose. I looked upon it as a hell of a challenge to prove something. Being the first Black middle linebacker placed me in an unusual position." He also ended his speech with saying, "I think it is important for all young people that try to make decisions that would affect their lives in the future, that they recognize that these kinds of events are possible for all of you out there, regardless of background, circumstances, or maybe if you have to call your coaches, ask what college you should attend. He said, I would like to thank everyone who has attended." So basically, he's basically saying, like, everyone has kind of a mentor, someone that you should talk to, right? So, like, figure out, like, where you should actually go for football college, right? Because he went to a small school, right? He went to Morgan State, and still he ended up being, drafted into the league, where, again, he spent 8 All-Star games. He has 27 interceptions that I've said in his career. 18 fumble recoveries, spent 11 seasons, Super Bowl champion for Super Bowl 4, NFL Man of the Year in 1972. He made the NFL 75th anniversary All-Team. He also made the NFL 100th anniversary All-Team. He is in the Kansas City Chiefs Hall of Fame. The Kansas City Chiefs number 63, which is what he wore, was retired. And he was inaugurated in the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1986. So again, a pioneer in his time. Again, first African-American to play middle linebacker, and kind of pave the way for others to follow. So that's Willie.
Yeah, nice. I can dig it. Thank you for that, Delilah. Willie Lanier is definitely one of the most amazing linebackers of his time, and if you talk to, I've seen a lot of like videos of him in that time, and some of the other linebackers that were with him. And there was a white guy that was next to him. He was just like, when I saw him play, there was no color. It was
right,
because sports to me was always the biggest equalizer.
Right.
Once you come on the field,
and, like,
you know what you can do.
Those Kansas City Chiefs, like, if anybody studied like the 60s, that era, like, they were like,
they were great. Yeah,
they were great.
Like
in the
AFL.
and
then once they got to the and they were actually in the first Super Bowl where they lost 35-10 to the Green Bay Packers.
But then they won Super Bowl 4.
Len Dawson and the Chiefs won with Hank Stram as coach. They won 23-7 over the Minnesota Vikings. So redemption. And after that game, that was the last official game where it was AFL NFL, because after that game, 1970, the merger happened. And we have what we have now. So thank you so much for that, Delilah. Oh man, if you haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen, on my YouTube channel, there is a playlist of every single Diversity with Delilah. I will be putting this one in there after the show. You need to check it out. It is absolutely amazing. All right, there's so many people that she's covered, from Jim Plunkett, George Tyler Farrow. You can tell them who all different people you
I have
Promote yourself.
covered so many guys. Like Barry Sanders,
Yep.
Sweetness, Mr. Funky Chicken Dance. Like just a plethora of people. Like
Yes. And she always does her due diligence, does her homework, and gives us all the nuggets. I remember when one of the first people she covered was Anthony Munoz, and because of her, now I know Anthony Munoz was a pitcher, on the baseball team.
Yeah.
I was like, oh snap,
right,
really?
I know.
This brute on the football field, and he was on the mound.
Yeah.
Oh, I would not want to bat when he's up
I
there.
did, I did try to
out.
cover as much, as I can. I try to, it's Black History Month, so obviously I'm going to feature more Black players this month, but I do kind of try to show a plethora of people because I want more people to know that they can play football, because the only way we can change football, whatever.
What matters, Delilah?
All that matters is that you prove yourself, man. Let me tell you.
Representation.
Absolutely. Representation always matters.
That's what I was asking you. Because, hey, representation matters. They need to see people that look like them in those prominent roles. And there you go.
That's the only way we keep diversifying the NFL, regardless of what you think of it, is we need to make sure that more people of color, more women, just kind of go in and go at it, whatever level. Referee, as a player, as a coach, as a executive, whatever it is.
Get to the place
we
where
need to flood there and knock down the gates, whatever it is.
And get to the place where it's a normal thing and not just oh my goodness, look who's coming.
Right, exactly.
We are going to go ahead and move on. Anthony, I'm going to come to you, man. The news that rocked everybody this weekend outside of the games, Mr. Tom Brady in his retirement, maybe not retirement, maybe he's retiring, and now it's official. He said it. Anthony, talk to us, man.
I think it's funny that you would come to me at first as a Falcons fan who just annihilated us in the Super Bowl. Oh, I see what you're doing here, Sean Spencer. He's
out of your division, though.
He's not gonna get me riled up today.
You guys moved up to a favorite position.
Favorite how?
Look, the Saints don't have a coach or a quarterback. The Buccaneers are going to lose everybody because they're all free agents, and Carolina still thinks Cam is the guy they drafted from Auburn. You guys are the favorite
by default.
It's still it is what it is. We went to the playoffs because everybody else was terrible.
Look, it's like being the person to win it's like being the turtle to win the race because he had 3 legs and all the other turtles had 2. That ain't no distinction.
Hey.
I saw a graphic today that said Matt Ryan now has the most passing yards out of any active quarterback left in the league, and I'm like, that don't mean nothing.
Hey, a lot of people would wish they had.
If you got that and $2 together, you know what you got? $2.
Wow, they got you to a Super Bowl.
I love my Falcons, but I don't like my Falcons a lot of the time. It's like being in a bad relationship with somebody you truly love, but the relationship is bad. You love them, but you just can't stand them. I love my Falcons, but I ain't happy with them right now.
Yeah,
but anyway,
to keep with that anger, go ahead. Talk about the man that did
you know what? I can't even be mad at Tom Brady though. How can you be mad? I mean, the dude he understood the assignment. The Falcons did not. The Falcons was winning, and they was winning by that number y'all keep bringing up all the time. And then halftime came, and the Falcons was in there celebrating, and apparently their locker rooms are next to each other. And I've heard this story somewhere. I don't know if it was in the Sports Illustrated or whatever, but the locker rooms are right next to each other. They could hear the Falcons in there celebrating and carrying on. And Tom said, "Y'all hear that? Y'all want to shut that up? All right, let's go." And what did they do in the second half? They came out there and they kicked us. They kicked us like we stole something.
They did. Now look. So fast forward to now when he has retired. He is out of your division. What do you feel about this? How can you respect him as a man, and then him as now the threat that was in your division is gone?
Well, as a realistic sports fan, as a sports fan first, hats off to Tom Brady for everything that he's done, his accomplishments, Delilah's waiting for me to say something funny. That's why she got her head over. She know I'm gonna bust something funny out in a minute. Don't worry, I'll wait. There you go, Delilah. There you go. I take my hat off to Tom Brady. I mean, he's broken just about every record there is to break at that position. He's 44 years old and playing in a game that beats guys down in a position that guys tend to get beat up. He's still in phenomenal shape. He could probably play another couple of years. And then not only did he break all those records, he left New England, came to Tampa Bay. Everybody said, oh, well, now we're going to see the real Tom Brady because he doesn't have Bill Belichick. And what did he do? Give me another Lombardi. I'm not mad at Tom Brady at all. As a Falcons fan, I'm glad to see him gone out of the division, as I'm sure are the Panthers. And as I'm sure are the Panthers and the Saints. Although I don't know. I don't know what to say about how the division is going to be after he's gone. But I mean, the guy is those are some footsteps that are going to be hard to fill.
Yeah.
Period. At the end of the day, Tom Brady has left some giant footsteps that are going to be hard to fill. It's going to be kind of closest thing I can think of is sports record I can think of is Bob Beamon for 30 some odd years held the record for the long jump in track and field. And it wasn't until, I mean, he broke that record in Mexico in the Olympics in Mexico City, and it wasn't broken until maybe 3 or 4 years ago. That kind of footsteps. Wow. So, you know, Tom Brady, salute. Hope you and Giselle is like, good. Now I can go back to work doing what I want to do, and you can stay at home with the kids. So there you go. Hey,
look, so Bobby,
and don't come back. That's the other thing. When you leave, stay retired, please.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually never actually used that word.
Right.
In
right. So we'll see if
wrote.
He's actually officially
was
retired or kind of like a Sean Payton.
He circumvented. He circumvented that word. It's like
so. And Bobby, the Bucs are going to be in a rough spot. You know, especially with him out of there. I mean, I mean, there's just an immense hole if he's gone. What are you thinking about this, Bobby? You're on mute. Hold up. Bobby, you're on mute.
There we go. You hear me?
There we go, Bobby. Yeah.
I'm thinking he went to a team for 2 years. That's it.
Yeah.
I dealt with this guy for 20.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about sports records, Nolan Ryan's strikeouts will never be broken.
I can see that. What's up, Nicholas?
Sorry to bring baseball into it, but that's my shit.
Hey, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. This spring, Bobby will be one of the hosts of Let's Talk Baseball /MLB. This guy's got a treasure trove of knowledge.
Yes. If they come back, they still can't reach a deal. Apparently, fireworks during that meeting.
There's plenty of history and plenty of things to talk about. And Bobby's got a bunch of it in his head. So we're definitely going to get that thing going for sure.
Where is it?
Oh, wow. Said, by the way, a drone flew over FedEx and caught the new logo for Washington football team. Not sure if you saw it. No, I did not. I am
just like, wait for the official release tomorrow.
I'm like one of those waiting at the gender reveal. We're going to see what we have. Washington.
Listen.
We were there 2 years.
My hat's off to Tom Brady, bro. Like 22 years in the game. Like, good luck to you. I hope you stay retired.
Tom Brady, absolutely.
Spend time with your family. You mentioned your family the most. You mentioned your family the most. You said, like, you know.
But I've dealt with this guy for 20 years.
Yeah, you're bitter, Miami.
I just, you know, if he is retired, I hope he actually stays retired because I've seen the comebacks not work out that well.
No,
because you just don't come back the same.
He's 44.
Yeah, you just don't come back the same. Man.
Shout out to Nathan Snell that said this would be like MJ going to the Wizards if he comes back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, right? Yeah. I mean, he did a few things, but
to the Wizards,
45. He was an old man.
He was not 45.
Hey,
I know. He was 40. He was 45 in basketball years. You know what I mean? Because that's hard on your knees, bro. That's hard. That is.
Hold on, time out. You ain't gonna sit here in front of me at 52 years old and talk about 45 is old.
I said it's sports,
look,
y'all.
yeah,
You
here
ancient
comes
then.
the
That's
old
what they
guy.
saying.
Here
No,
comes-
not at all.
Yo,
All I'm
move
saying
it, yo.
All I'm saying is I hope he
Football-
does stay
that's right.
retired because
Yeah.
we've seen
We
the
shall see.
comebacks not work out very well.
Yeah,
So
that fire's still there,
that's
but
all.
you know, I don't know if
Yeah.
the body's working. There's a whole bunch of
it'll
other things
it'll
at play.
burn for a long time. It still burns in me, and I'm fucking 40 years old and I haven't played.
Yeah, but
football.
you're not playing quarterback. You know, he also holds the most records of sacks because he's been in the league for 22 years.
Mhm.
So how many more times is he
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
He's not. Yeah, he wants to be able to be home. Drew Brees called him and said, "Look, I just work on the weekends. I'm good."
Right.
You know, so he's like, "Yeah, you're straight. Yeah, retirement's not
Right.
bad. Like, you're still
Right.
around football in some capacity." Phillip
Right.
Rivers, he coaches his son's team. You're still around it, but you know, you just don't. I don't need to be hit by the newest big guy.
How many kids does Rivers have now? He could start his own team.
Rivers probably has started his own team. Let's be honest. Look, we have to move on, and I'm gonna come to you, Anthony, because this has cross-pollinated from college to the pros. Michigan head coach, the team that you guys beat in the Final Four matchup. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh, after finally getting over the hump of being Ohio State, finally getting his team to a national championship berth in the Final Four, he leaves. There's been a bunch of speculation, Raiders and a bunch of other teams, and now the Minnesota Vikings apparently have gotten the hire. Anthony, what do you think about this, man?
For him, I think I'm kind of torn, man, because now he set himself. We said it on the college show. Now that he's beaten Ohio State, he can basically write a blank check for himself until he wins a national championship. This is just like Kirby won a national championship. He's not going to pay for anything in Athens ever, you know. But the drawback to that is staying at Michigan. You got a fully loaded Ohio State team coming back, and you have the SEC is everybody in the SEC is loading up. It's not going to be an easy climb to get back to that Final Four. So do I think this is a good move for him? It could be. It could potentially be.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's just me. It's just
financially,
me.
It probably is going to be a move because I would assume that
I
they
don't
would have
know.
to pay him a pretty penny to get him out of there.
Now,
Dude,
how
they
much? Now, do they have any
Trump.
money? I mean, are they strapped for cash right now? Is Minnesota that badly strapped?
No,
I
I know. Yeah, he had to buy him out of that contract in Michigan. So
Right.
he's there. It was
The
definitely
Michigan
a pretty penny.
buyout was
Delilah,
only
you
$1.5
know,
million.
you said it's still in
It wasn't
speculation. They don't
anything
know what the
Well,
number is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's still in speculation. Yeah, they haven't said the number because he's still, even though like everyone is saying like, oh, an hour ago, 20 minutes ago, he's like, I'm not sure yet, right? So like 20 minutes ago, Jim Harbaugh was like, I don't know if I'm gonna accept their offer. And so he could come to the division if if Aaron Rodgers leaves. And I'm being honest, as someone who's been in this division with Aaron Rodgers for 13 years, unless he leaves, and says by Green Bay, it's gonna be very difficult for Minnesota to break that hump. They might they could make playoffs, maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like he would be better off, I agree with Anthony, in riding the fact that they did beat Ohio, they did make Final Four, regardless. You know what I'm saying? They still made it. And I don't know why he want to leave that high of actually finally quieting your naysayers, right? Finally beating Ohio, right? The arch nemesis, and actually making it to the Final Four, right? And actually giving you almost made it to the, national championship. And so I don't know. I don't know if it's, in my opinion, I don't know. Career-wise, I just don't know what That, and I feel that's why 20 minutes ago he's like,
You're still,
he's like,
I don't know.
he said, I don't. Yeah, he basically still like flip flopping, even though like, like Michigan, Michigan people are tweeting like he's leaving, right? Like people that are in the know, or like he took, he's taking the job, but then he's like, well, I'm not right. I don't know if I want to accept the offer yet. But I don't know how much money Minnesota has. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. They had to give him they had to buy out that contract,
it's
right?
And
I don't know how much money Minnesota. Like Minnesota, you got like a salary cap like that. You can throw money.
That should be interesting. Like, we're gonna definitely look up how much money Minnesota has because
because I have no idea because. You're still paying Kirk Cousins. Regardless of what you think about Kirk Cousins, like I know he gets the biggest chunk, right? Right.
So Bobby, but on the flip side though, Bobby, he is coming into a lot of weapons. He's got Jefferson, he's got Thielen, he's got Dalvin Cook, he's got a decent defense, and if, like Delilah said, if Aaron Rodgers leaves, you got a rookie quarterback, you got a second-year quarterback in Chicago, you got the Lions. We know what the Lions are. I mean, could this be a good thing?
I'm still mad, bro.
I understand.
I'm still mad because all the talk about Miami this, Miami that, blah, blah, blah. I wanted him to come. And his buyout, by the way, from Michigan is only $1.5 million. It's not a ton of money.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't making a lot of money. They made him take a salary cut.
And
they made it seem like they had to pay him like insane amount of money. But okay.
Right.
Yeah, they really don't have to pay a lot. The Minnesota Vikings just, I don't want to say hit the lottery, but it's pretty close. And
he's taking the team to the Super Bowl.
With Kirk Cousins, what he can do with Dalvin Cook, what he can do with Justin Jefferson. Oh my God! Like,
listen, I'm just being honest with you. He's gonna have to pray Aaron Rodgers leaves.
Well, yeah, it starts there.
I'm just being honest.
But it's gonna be very interesting to see how he does.
This 13 seasons, and it was only one time they didn't win the division with him. That's what I'm trying to say.
But what have you also said? $44 million in the negatives.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So, but
they're not going to have that same team,
right? So, could Minnesota win the division?
I think it'll be up in the air. I think y'all going to be. I think y'all going to be rejuvenated. To be quite honest with you, but
it's gonna. I'm being intelligent. I know it's gonna take a couple of seasons, but like at least
it could. But I mean, think about that first year of Trubisky. I mean, he got 14-2 because he has a stellar defense. What I'm saying is there can be fluke seasons.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Jump offs.
It's just
they'll definitely come out of the gate. They'll definitely come out of the gate hot and energized.
Justin Fields might be the truth, but
well, that's what I'm thinking. I think
until next year.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm looking for the North to definitely show up, especially with the way the South is now and how they've lost it. The NFC West has kind of been beaten and battered, and in the East, we're Dallas and the rest.
Hey, the NFC North is wide open. That would be exciting, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
You got pieces. You definitely got pieces. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting move. We'll see if he does come or if he does go back. Kat said, honestly, I'm going to miss beating him. Wow. Now you got an MSU quarterback and a former U of M player. This is all crazy.
That's right.
You have to start to find some love for Cousins. Oh my goodness. Take the Michigan State versus Michigan.
I'm all
Sean isn't even big on Cousins. That's how you can't.
You like that?
You like that, right?
You like that?
This guy. Look, so you mentioned, Bobby, Miami. Delilah, I'm going to come to you about this. You wanted to talk about it. Brian Flores files a lawsuit against the Giants for racial discrimination. Tell us a little bit about it. Go ahead, Delilah.
So he is saying, right, that so Brian Flores, we know he was the former head coach of the Miami Dolphins. He filed a lawsuit Tuesday against the NFL the Giants, the Broncos, and the Dolphins. Flores, who is black, says in his lawsuit that the Giants interviewed him for their vacant head coaching job under disingenuous circumstances, as Flores found out 3 days before his interview that the Giants had already decided to hire Brian Daboll. Flores says he learned this after receiving a congratulatory text message from Bill Belichick that was sent in error. Basically he's saying, sounds like you landed, congrats, right? Sounds like you have landed, congrats. Texted Flores. And then obviously Flores replies back, did you hear something I didn't hear? Giants, right? And then Flores like, but I interview on Thursday. I think I have a shot on it. And Belichick replied, got it. I hear from Buffalo and NYG that you are their guy. Later, Flores sought clarification. Coach, are you talking about Brian Flores or Brian Daboll? Just making sure. And Bill Belichick responds, sorry, I effed this up. I double-checked. I misread the text. I think they are naming Daboll. I'm sorry, right? And so he apologizes for the, Bill Belichick's apologizes for the snafu. But Flores alleges in his lawsuit that his interview with the Giants, again, was a ruse. So the team could demonstrate falsely to the league commissioner and the public at large that it was in compliance with the Rooney Rule, that was set in place in 2003. And so basically, he's using that as one piece of evidence of the fact that, they weren't genuine about, the whole thing. And so basically, this just happened today. I'm sure we'll hear more details, right, in the coming days as more information comes out, and I'm sure he's going to present more evidence besides just the texts, right? But that's a huge thing, because to learn that, that they already had their man they were hiring 3 days before you actually interviewed, like, just saying. But anyway,
if
so that's
if he didn't get the text, then he would never have known. Right.
So, all right, Bill. I don't know. People are also questioning Bill, right? They're like, was it an accident? Or was it, old man fingers, texting? But anyway.
Was it really?
But
Flores is
in any
full
case
of it on that one. That's all I gotta say.
That's it.
So I'm sure we'll learn more in the days to come.
No,
but
I'll say more, but
I'm saying
full
we'll
of it,
see
for
more
sure.
evidence. So that's basically
the reason the Dolphins fired him is because he couldn't play nice with the front office.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's saying this kind of nonsense. No, I don't believe a word he says.
I think he wanted to go to. There was a lot of talks of him going to Houston.
That actually would be a good spot for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just saying he filed the suit and he says it's discrimination, and I'm sure I don't know. Just saying.
He's full of crap. He's full of crap. There's no way that he wasn't given full due process to get the job. There's no way.
And the thing is, with this, the text message is the thing that I think blows it up, because now we know.
It proves the Giants, at least the Giants were definitely disingenuous. There's no way. Ain't no way you're going to tell me the Giants didn't just set up his interview 3 days later, knowing they already were going to hire Brian Daboll.
No, because the Dolphins were talking crap about hiring Brian Daboll too.
No, but the fact is that Bill Belichick, who obviously we know knows pretty much everyone, was like, oh, you got the gig. And then he had to backtrack. And then he even admitted he effed up, right?
He messed it up. That's fine. But, I mean...
Sydney says, text or proof. How are you going to say it's fake, Bobby?
I was just saying.
City of the comments.
No.
So his interviews on Thursday, you find out 3 days before that they already hired the dude before you, or the other Brian. So basically, they're going to interview you just so it looks like they're actually following through, right, with the rule. And that's basically what he's saying, that it was disingenuous. He has evidence, at least against New York, in my opinion.
I think he's full of crap.
I think the part that people that is getting confusing is disingenuous versus racial discrimination.
Right.
I 100% think it was disingenuous. They definitely might have
We'll see.
known who they were going to get, and they wanted to go through the thing. But the reason the racial part comes apart is because of the Rooney rule.
Discriminate against him, I don't think that's.
Yeah, I think that's the part that gets confusing and you know what it is, because were they disingenuous? Yeah, they probably had their guy, but they were still going to go through the whole process because of the Rooney rule. You know, and they shouldn't have, the text shouldn't have got out, but you know,
Sean, if I had a head coach opening, or Anthony, if I had a head coach opening, I would bring one of you in just to satisfy the.
But it shouldn't be about that. But it shouldn't be about that. It shouldn't be about you
having
your to bring one in. Right.
You know,
it's almost a weird way that now with the Rooney, because it wouldn't be an issue outside of that the rule. Oh, we didn't qualify by the rule, so now it's racial. No, it's they had their guy. They met the guy they wanted. They had him. It wasn't that you weren't the one they wanted. It's just they found the guy they wanted. But because of the rule, now we enter in. It was they racially discriminated him because they didn't give him an opportunity. No, they found the guy they wanted.
Right.
Here's the thing that gets me is all the people that are saying, the buzz has already been going since this news broke about the Giants, and how dare the Giants. Listen, what happened, what we found out today happened. If you think that hasn't happened before there were any black coaches in the league, you think that somebody didn't bring, do you think that when Dan Snyder and Sean, your squad, do you think when Dan Snyder hired Mike Shanahan, he didn't maybe bring in two other coaches to interview, even though he knew he was going to hire Mike Shanahan? If you think that had happened before today, you've been sleeping under a rock. That's been going on.
Anthony, what'd you say earlier? That us three need to coach a team, right?
What?
Something. I think we talked about that a couple days ago.
If they give you a shot.
Anthony texted me and said me, Anthony, and Sean needed to coach a team.
Oh, right. And I was going to be the strength and conditioning coach. I just wanted to be the get back guy so I could make 6 figures a year to hold your belt. You were going to be the head coach. I'll be following you around, pulling you by the belt loop.
250 and a PJ.
Dived into this. All right, yeah. So I mean,
anyway,
look, at the end of the day, we'll figure out more. We'll figure out what all is going on with the situation, and we will promptly bring you that news when it comes out to just clear everything up, figure out where this thing goes. But we are at the end of our show, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are.
Right.
And at the end.
To the end of the road, till I can let. Okay, that's enough. I ain't gonna do all that one yet. It's the end of the show, yay! No, I'm just playing.
And of course, as you know, at the end of the show, one last word. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, thank you for that, Anthony. One last word, Anthony. Since you're talking, go ahead and keep it up, man. What's going on? What you got?
Dude, I'm sorry. Every time I see this, I think it's like Wheel of Fortune. We all supposed to say it. Is that just you? If that's your solo,
hey, you're feel free, man. Free country.
No, I'm just saying if that's your solo, I ain't gonna step on you. I'm not gonna step on you, Eddie King. I'm gonna let you have it. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Okay, one last word. We have talked a lot between all of the different platforms that you can find us on Let's Talk Football, about being kind, about being considerate of others, about loving one another, about self-care. Just to take the self-care thing a little further, find something. If there's anything in your life that gives you some joy, it's almost like Marie Kondo. If it's something in your life that gives you joy, hold on to that with all you got, and let that be. Find a way to make that your haven. I mean, we still got COVID.
Yes,
we still got COVID going on. We still got all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Figure out a way to make that your safe haven. Case in point for me, I have a couple of safe havens. Number one of which I'm taking part in right now. This is my social interaction because I don't get out much because of what's going on outside with all the little thingies floating around. With the virus floating around, and music. So, I can lose myself if I get a good playlist going. I can lose myself for hours in some music. I might actually start singing and dancing around the house. So if you have something, find you something. If it's anything, if it's reading a book, if it's taking a walk, and I know I'm really oversimplifying it, but I don't want to get all Neil deGrasse Tyson on everybody. Find yourself something that brings you some joy, and use that and figure out a way to implement that as part of your self-care. Self-care doesn't always necessarily mean, it's a part of it, but it's not just tied to taking care of your health and going to see the doctor and unplugging. It kind of falls under the category of taking the time for you. And if you got somebody with you, if you're fortunate enough to have somebody with you in these times, bring that person in with you and share that with them, and then y'all enjoy that thing together. Because it's for me, it's that I can put on some music and dance around the room. As big and as overweight as I have gotten in the last couple of years, I could put some New Edition on, put on a New Edition playlist, and sweat my way through all my clothes. So just find yourself that something. Stop laughing, Bobby. It's not funny. I said I was fat. You had the cosign on it.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Find yourself something. Get yourself some. Use that as a part of your self-care. And hold on to that with all you got. That's all I got.
There you go. There you go. Delilah.
All right. So basically, as Kat Hughes mentioned earlier, today is Lunar New Year, which is celebrated by a lot of Asian Americans and Asians around the world. That's why I always avoid Happy Chinese New Year, because you're not the only ones that celebrate Lunar New Year. Basically, it's Year of the Tiger. Basically, the way that they look at it is it marks a time of rebirth and renewal, right? So it's kind of a way to kind of start over, right? Like when we think about rebirth, renewal, and kind of to kind of start fresh. And so I just kind of just want to make sure that, may this new year, bring in joys that never fade, and hopes that never die, and strength that never weakens. And that, take this time to kind of grow and learn, and just, wishing everybody the best. And I feel like it's wonderful that it is starting on also like the first day of Black History Month in America, because one way to grow or renew is to learn. Mm-hmm. Black history is American history. I say this all the time. It's not just 1 month. You should be learning all year round. And so just kind of go out there and, learn, educate yourself, and grow and relearn and rebirth, and see if you can use this time to grow as a person.
I like that. Thank you, Delilah. Big Bobby. What you got, man?
Keep it simple like I always do. 1, it is Black History Month now, so I'm going to say love your brothers. Mm-hmm. And 2, stay in school, kids.
Man,
that's it.
Keep it simple, stupid. I like that.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to shout out your niece, Anthony? Yeah, go ahead, Anthony.
Go for it.
I can't hear you. You're on mute or something.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you, sir. I was thinking we do that later, but before we get into that, I meant to do this earlier and I completely forgot. Proud moment here. My niece and I have been texting. She's a high school senior. She's graduating this year, and she got accepted. She had a list of schools she wanted to go to, but it wasn't but one she wanted to go to. The Mecca, where it all started. Howard University. My niece got a letter.
Congratulations.
That she was accepted. I'm not gonna put her name out there because she's, but she got accepted into the Howard School of Music.
All right. Congratulations to your niece.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
All right.
That
was it.
All right. You was waiting for me to do voices. And you was waiting for me to do voices.
I thought you were going to take it home, man.
No, man, I'm good. That's it. I just wanted to shout out my niece. Auntie and I
Talk
love
about
you.
Willis.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Yeah. My thing is observation. Make sure you are always observing. Be slow to speak and quick to listen and pay attention.
Yes.
You know, when you have something that you really appreciate and people start seeing that it's doing something, they will quick to jump in and get real cozy with you and try to, hey, what's going on? Pay attention to when you're doing the dirty work, when you're in the dirt, who's sitting there sifting the soil with you, and who's sitting in the backside saying, hey, you know, I just want to say, I just want to be cool. Got to sit here and continually focus on where you're going, but also focus on bringing the community together. One of the things I like about the Let's Talk Football family is like Sid was saying in the comments, we're talking all day, every day. This man right here is talking all day, every day.
Who you pointing at?
Right.
Who you pointing at?
It's a constant it's constantly a conversation, and it's something we've built where it's kind of like, you know, it's nice. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting here stressed out, I know, well, there's Bobby. Bobby's up. Let me say what's up to Bobby real quick. Let me go back and forth and make video messages. Or recording all the stuff you had going on there.
If I'm up and able, I will talk.
But yo, be very careful. Be very careful, because in the flock, sometimes, you know, there's wolves in sheep's clothing. Delilah, you talked about it in family. Sometimes you got to cut that, you know, from the family. Be very careful, especially as you do some things that you love. You will grow. You will bring people in that love you, and you'll bring people in that their whole goal. Micah 2 in the Bible says, you know, they wake up early in the morning and stay up late at night, plotting your demise, trying to bring you down, trying to do that. So you have to be observant. You have to pay attention. Take care of what it is you love and what you're going through, because, hey, with great power comes great responsibility. So it is. Nathan Snell is back with us right in time for one last word. Nathan, do you want to give us one last word?
My last word is
fart.
This guy.
Only Bobby would say something like that.
Bobby. Have a show called Let's Talk Bobby.
Focus. That's my last word. It's focus.
I like that. Okay. I can take it. That's it?
Yeah, just, you know, focus on, you know, your dream. Focus on your vision, what you want to do. I think sometimes with life, there are people that are going to, you know, say, oh, you'll never be good at that. You'll never be good at this. You know, you just focus on the prize. Focus on the prize.
I like that.
All right.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you are just getting off of work, or if you are a night owl like myself, one thing you should focus on is Big Nate Sports Podcast coming on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Since I know you're not going to be on camera, so you know the only clip. Actually, no, I have another clip of you. No, I'm not going to go with that one. No, I'm going to go with
the Robert Derrick.
And hello, YouTube. I am a mass communications major in journalism and media with a focus with television and radio. The one thing that bothers me is the narrative that the media gives. When I look at the reaction from Ray Rice and Chad Wheeler, I said the same thing in the video in the midst of what happened in Washington, D.C. You see two distinctions of media towards white America and black America.
Yo, so check out my guy, man.
That chin strap, that's just ugly. I want to apologize, America, for that.
Yo, check out my guy, Mr. Guarantee. You know, Mr.
I see you, Malcolm X.
You know.
I joke, but you know, I see you.
Yo, Bobby's phone, my phone died, or
his
iPad
iPad
died.
His
iPad died. Okay. All right. So, hey, thank you, Bobby, for coming on. Nathan will be on here a little bit later. Shout out to Nicholas Rosario. We'll be back with you next week. He was watching. Had to fix, what did he say about me? My bunion. He had to fix both bunions on both feet. There you go. You want the smoke?
Good comeback.
There it is.
Good comeback.
So definitely check him out. Tomorrow, check out Anthony. Yeah, this week in SEC with Mr. Colin. How do you say his last name?
I just call him Colin P. I've known my man
P.
for 20 years, and I still don't know how to pronounce
There
it.
you go.
I got an idea because it looked like it might be Cajun French, but I don't want to mess it up.
There you go. That's all.
All right.
That's all. Yo, and the number one show you guys got to check out Thursday night.
Woo.
Let's Talk Football. Ladies Takeover.
Yeah.
Delilah Crespo's on there. Janae's
There's gonna be a special guest. Tune
I
in
already know
to
what
see
the
what
special
it
guest
is.
is. I guaranteed in the last episode.
I'm not saying anything. I've messed up before. But there will be a special guest. Definitely tune in. Absolutely appreciate what they did for me on the last episode. It really meant a lot. I want to say thank you to you guys for doing that. But yeah, definitely tune in. Then we got Let's Talk Football Sunday. We have Let's Talk Football Presents, which is a little preview show talking about everything. Tomorrow, the name comes out. Washington Football Weekly will be back with you to let you know what the name's going to be, our reaction.
I can't wait for that one.
And where we're going to do going forward, So, actually, it's funny because Nathan, you said that before. You said you couldn't wait. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Hold it. Here it is.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the type of cancer that Coach Rivera had, it's a type of skin cancer. So in other words, pretty much he's saying, well, if you don't like it, go quit your job. Really? Oh, I cannot wait to hear Sean, Abs, Will Kramer, Antoine Benton, if he's on the show, Mr. Moral Support. I can't wait because I really want to hear what they got to say. And I can't. And I'm if Sean Spencer's watching this, I want to make a guest appearance on the Roundtable episode podcast because I got some things I want to say on this because y'all don't want to hear what I got to say because this is these comments are flat out ignorant. This is the problem with society today. We're diarrhea at the mouth.
I was a little nervous to invite you on because you seemed like he was pretty wrong. I was like, dang, brother.
Look, my man was like Big Worm. He was like, I'm coming back. I want my money. If you ain't got my money at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna be back at not 9:01, not 10:02. If you got my money on my bud, I'm killing you and your friend.
Nathan, so definitely check him out, man. Definitely has good stuff. Stays on for a couple hours, gives you that good information. NBA, NFL, WNBA, college, pro, the whole nine, ladies and gentlemen. So you definitely will not want to miss that, man. So Nate, shout out to you. Hope you have a good show. We'll definitely be in the comments, my friend.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Bobby Wills, said his iPad died, but he loves us, and we appreciate you coming on, Bobby. Definitely appreciate it, man. Real quick, I got a question from the crowd, unrelated, but what do you think could fix the Browns situation? Baker staying or Baker going? I'll come around the board really quick. Anthony, what do you got?
What other options do they have at quarterback besides Baker? Because it seemed like they kind of
Case Keenum's their backup. He's a career backup, but he's had some success. Do you think they should stay or should go?
At this point, what can it hurt if he's had some success? I mean, I saw the kid coming out of Oklahoma again, another Oklahoma guy. Thought he was really good, and he had a really good season a couple years ago. And I thought they were just a piece or two away, and they've given him some pieces. And yeah. So what can it hurt?
So go. So your thing is go. Delilah, what you think?
I think he'll stay only because no hate on Keenum, but are you gonna start? Is he gonna be your starting quarterback? You know what I mean? Like it's just the reality of it, right? There's really no one. Because they went a little farther, they don't even have a really good draft pick, right? Like that's so. I mean, I don't know everything. You guys know more about college than I do. I don't hear it's a good year for quarterbacks. Not that there won't be people, right? I know you guys mentioned there's some options, but it's not going to be like a plethora of QBs out there.
Not a Heisman Trophy quarterback.
So I just, in my opinion, he stays, and Browns are going to figure out what to do next season, hoping that there is a better,
better option
draft core. But right now, I think he stays.
Yeah, I agree. Nathan, what do you think, man? He's in your division.
Excuse me, I apologize. Me personally, I think he should stay. I know I have been critical on Baker Mayfield. The same question. Okay, if you let him go, who are you replacing him with?
Right.
This free agency draft class is trash. Maybe besides a couple decent quarterbacks, and then you're going to draft somebody where they're going to need at least 2-3 years to develop.
Yeah.
I mean, also too, take into account Odell was hurt, Jarvis Landry, Kareem Hunt. That whole offense was just plagued with injuries, and Baker too. Yeah. So, I mean, a healthy Cleveland Brown team, I think when everyone gets back healthy, I think should be the first priority.
Yeah.
But no, he stays.
Yeah. They still have what was at certain points of the season, they had the number 1 ranked defense. Myles Garrett, Clowney. They have a stud D that can hold them. They have the best running back tandem in the league with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Yeah,
come on, bro.
Right. I was thinking about something else, but yeah. So the best running back tandem in the league. Landry's is a solid receiver. Donovan Peoples-Jones, I know you like him, Katie, Michigan guy. He's doing enough. And their tight end. Who's their tight end?
Njoku
and Hooper. Right. Hooper used to be at Atlanta. So they have a good offense. I just think latest thing he said he's off social media. We'll see. I think he should stay. I've liked Baker. I like him. I like his bravado and everything, but I do kind of hope that he stops doing all those daggone commercials. I don't need to see him every 5 minutes on TV. All right. But we'll see. We'll definitely see.
Well, here's something for you. We talked about this before the show. There is a quarterback that's out on the West Coast. And he might not be a world beater, but he's exceptionally serviceable.
Oh my God!
I take Baker better than Jimmy.
Oh yeah,
that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Come on, now hang on, Nate. Are you going through all the histrionics down there? Calm down, Mr. Barkley. I'm just saying. We were talking about who could replace him, and we had just talked about before the show.
I see what you're saying. That he was serviceable, right?
Yeah, they need. You know what I'm saying? If he's a better option than Case Keenum, and Baker's not the answer,
right?
So I just
don't see it happening.
I don't see that happening.
I just don't see Baker leaving this season.
No.
Okay.
I think if they lose another season, like you know what I mean. But I think everybody stays. And I don't know about San Francisco. They got a weird thing going on.
Right. Yeah.
But Cleveland, they don't have a backup, right? They didn't draft their future, so I think that
because the Browns are the Browns.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck with each other. It's kind of like.
They fit each other, honestly. They kind of.
So we'll see, but I think to Nate's point, they did have a lot of injuries, right? We know a lot of dudes were out for a long time, so I agree with him. Like, let's see what happens with a healthy Cleveland team. But right now,
squad, like
I think right now they're all stuck with each other. I think next season we could actually talk about that more seriously, but I think he stays. So.
Yeah.
And then also too, think about he's been the most consistent quarterback they've had throughout their franchise. Yes,
very true. Yeah, very true. Very true. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for joining us, for watching and paying attention and commenting. We appreciate the fact that we are able to give you this information and come into your living room, your car, your headset, wherever we are coming to you. We appreciate you. We thank you for being with us. And we're going to leave you off with something that we're probably never going to see again. Mr. Tom Brady throwing a Super Bowl trophy.
Oh,
bye, guys.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up. Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New man so fine. Kirk Cousins. All right. I am Janae Strother.